premature. We're premature. Yes.
I'm
Now we are
sorry.
live. Okay.
Yeah, are we
Yes.
live now?
Yes. Now we are
Hold on.
live. Now
Wait,
we
wait,
are
wait. I
live.
don't
Ito,
see it. Babe,
this
I
is
don't see
real
it.
na. This is real. Okay.
Wait.
We are on Facebook and on Kumu. So kapag nasa Facebook kayo, I mean, if you're on Kumu, please say hi to us on Facebook too.
Oh, hindi
we're live.
naman.
We're live. We're live.
Okay.
We're live.
Oh, we are live. Okay, so
Yes, we
give
are
me 1
live.
second, guys. I'm trying to see. I'm a little bit technologically slow. So okay. How do I do? There you go. I just started a watch party, right?
Okay, great.
All
Great.
right. I
Great.
just started a watch party just to make sure that our friends on the other platform can actually also learn from us. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes,
So,
yes.
because like we don't want to be just, the only one learning. So, all right, my friends. Kamusta mga komunisens? Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Ako si Miss O, and we are here together with
Maria.
All right. And if you are one of our regular viewers, you know that we tag team this show called the Startup Secrets, the Real Negosyante Talk. And we talk about business. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is about negosyo, negosyante, ang mga different components ng pagpapatakbo ng isang, ano yung
Negosyo.
business?
Negosyo.
Negosyo.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I think the one thing that we are different with, ano yung kakaiba sa show namin ni Miss O is really we're sharing so much about behind the scene talks kasi we want to touch on the taboos, we want to touch on the closed door conversations kasi I think right now it's really great na ang daming mga kapwa Pinoy who wants to really open businesses, pero we have to be aware na there are real good things and bad things about the business. And Miss O and I, we share one value, which is we really don't want to romanticize entrepreneurship, and we want to tell you the real deal. Kasi feeling ko with all this romanticization, ang bilis kasi mapaniwala yung nakikita natin sa Instagram or Facebook na, people are just, taking photos of themselves.
Nagiging successful, nagiging millionaires.
Or nandun sila at they're drinking pink champagne, they're taking first class flights, and marami kasing mga bagay na hindi nakikita natin sa social media. So Miss O and I really really decided to collaborate and to share with, of course, ang ating mga kapwa Pinoy, ang mga ating komunista at the people on
Komunista?
Facebook.
Not komunista.
Is it no, how do you call that?
Community or communisans.
Oh, communisans. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Are we communists now?
I'm just thinking fashionista and then comunista. Okay. Okay, so ang ating mga friends dito sa Kumu na ang talagang the real talks behind all of this. So we're very, very excited to have you join us. Thank you so much. And today we're really touching on the biggest asset of one company, the biggest asset of not just company, every team, every community, every government, every country, everything, because it all starts with one person, one individual.
That's very, very true, Maria. So, guys, I want you guys to relax, okay? I don't want you to be so uptight tonight. See, I'm actually relaxing with my own grape juice and everything because I want you guys to open up to us. I want to hear your experiences. Kung ano yung nanananasan nyo ngayon, ano yung mga naging problema nyo, diba? Habang nagdi-discuss tayo. So, type lang kayo dyan. Pero bago tayo magsimula, gusto kong talagang magpasalamat sa lahat sa inyo na nag-sign up, who will be joining us tomorrow. We are overwhelmed with the response to our negosyo tips for a cause. Right?
Yes, and we are fully booked for tomorrow. So, We're really excited about it. Dahil fully booked na kami for tomorrow. We might consider something else later, pero for now, we're going to be very, very focused with the group tomorrow. So thank you so much for everybody who signed up and who are going to be part of being COVID creative.
That's very true. I am so happy that everybody, came in and pitched in and joined. I mean, I'm so excited to see you guys tomorrow. Now, I do have some viewers here on Kumu, like Lois, who was saying she wished she could join, pero she has to work, right? So maybe on the second wave, if everything goes well tomorrow, maybe on the second wave, we will try to schedule something on the weekend, okay? To everybody else. I know kasi 'di ba, parang sa atin as bosses, as leaders, hindi din natin pwede na iwan na lang bigla yung business, right? Or bigla na lang tayong magbe-break ng ganon katagal. So that's very understandable. Or, if you're an employee. Yeah. Okay, guys, so let's start with our topic tonight. Our topic is about taking care of your employees. Last week, we talked about how to take care of yourself as the CEO, as a leader, and as a person. Now we have to put our HR hat on. Now, the one thing that I would like to emphasize here is if you are a business owner, kung ikaw may-ari ka ng business, kung ikaw yung CEO or the negosyante or the entrepreneur, pero hindi ikaw yung magaling sa HR, but you have an HR head, okay? Make sure that you communicate with that person properly because that is their business. That is their expertise. And that is to help you with your people, with the people inside your baby, your company, diba? So importante na mag-usap kayo at mag-meeting kayo ng HR. So now you're putting on your HR thinking cap. Kasi ang niisip mo na yon ay human resource. Okay? Hindi na tayo profit, hindi na tayo ganito or yung strategies. It's now the strategies of human resource. Now, under normal conditions, when you have your normal HR cap on, ang mga tanong natin dyan is, who do I bring in? Who will I take out? Is this person really working well with the company? Is he adapting well to our culture? How do I keep my employees, right? How do I keep the talents within my company? Or who do I develop? Who do I develop or groom to promote? Yan yung mga sagot, tanong natin, right? Or who do I reward, right? Like who gets the bonuses, those stuff. Those are our normal questions when we have our HR thinking hat on. Pero na yun, nasa crisis mode tayo. So, iba na yun yung mga nitatanong natin. Right, Maria? Meron na tayong mga tanong na, what performance is needed? Ano ba yung mga performance ngayon na kailangan ng kumpanya natin para mag-thrive in this crisis, right? Who will lead? Who will provide the support? Now, kasi nagbago na yung structure ng workplace natin. We talked about this, remember guys? What and how do we communicate? How do we align with each other, right? And then how do we rationalize our capabilities, right? We have to ask about that also. And then not only the capabilities, but also like the capacity, right? What systems and processes that we have are still relevant in our current situation, and what are safety and security precautions, right? Because we are amidst a COVID crisis. So Queenie here says health crisis turns into financial crisis then. That is very, very true, because if one of your employees gets sick, and if you didn't provide them with proper health benefits in the beginning, that could turn into a real financial crisis. That's a very good point, Queenie. Do you have any take on this, Maria?
I think on top of, as a whole, okay, right now, we're not just experiencing a health crisis, but also a humanity crisis. And why I call that a humanity crisis is because right now, we are really tested on a humanity level on how we deal with our business, with our clients, with the people that work for us, the people that work with us, the people we're working for. Because remember, ngayon, this is the time na it's not, nothing separates us. Hindi dahil mayaman ka, hindi ka titamaan ng COVID, hindi dahil mahirap ka, the COVID is an equal opportunity, um, an equal
Lahat pwede
opportunity attacker.
magkaroon.
Exactly right. Even
I
the
mean,
Prime Minister.
if the
Yes,
Prince of
the Prince.
England can
And the
get
Prime
COVID,
Minister, right? Yes. So right now we are really in a humanity crisis. And I think for a lot of the businesses to really
yeah.
thrive through this situation, we really have to think of how can I put not just profit as the first, but how can I put humanity as the biggest goal of my business? How can I serve better? How can I serve my people? How can I serve my clients better? How can I serve my market better? Because this is the time when so many companies are filing bankruptcy. And these companies that filed for bankruptcy, they've laid off so many people because they didn't think of humanity, but they thought of themselves. And the moment that this pandemic is over, they will never have a chance, or it would be so difficult for them to win the trust of the market again. Kasi people remember how we're treated during a crisis. Hindi, alam mo, people don't remember what we gave them. People always, like, this is Maya Angelou, I think, who said, people always remember how we make them feel. Exactly.
Yes.
And now is the time, now is the challenge when we are really asked about that. So yun yung napaka-importante ngayon.
It is quite important. And you know what? A lot of companies actually here in the Philippines are stepping up, and I really salute these people. Let's just take, for example, Mr. Ramon Ang, who just recently lost his son, by the way. And you could go into the bitterness and the grief of things, but instead he pivoted a lot of his factories to actually help with this case, and he is making sure that his employees are well taken care of, that they have job security, that they are well paid, and that they're good to go, that they don't have anything to worry at his expense, right? Right now, he's not thinking about profit. So I want you to really think about that, really analyze that. This big guy, right, who amidst, his business is basically not doing really well too right now, right? He just also lost his son and everything. But look at his thinking. He's still taking care of his people. He's not only taking care of his employees, he's also taking care of the whole of the Philippines by providing alcohol to everybody, right? He's donating so much, and it's making people it's giving them hope. It's giving them this good feeling. Now, you as a consumer would know this, right? Because even if you don't realize it right now, after this whole COVID pandemic is over, I'm pretty sure somewhere there in your heart or up here, right, you're going to be, oh, San Miguel. There's now the brand retention, right? Why? Because they made you feel safe and they made you feel okay, right? So let's go on now. So let us go to, oh, thank you, Mac. Let us go to, what do you call this? Let us go to the different things that we need to identify so that we can further, support our employees, right? Because now it's really about the work and the workers, all right? So we talked about how when you put your HR hat on, now we are answering different questions now, whereas, our normal, compared to our normal questions before. But now we have to look into the different people qualities, right? We want to look for people within our company or within our resources who can coordinate. That means being able to work with others, who can integrate, ability to put everything together, able to discern, their judgments are good, and to imagine, the ability to conceptualize, visualize, and implement, okay? Because the other stuff, machines can do it, your computer can do it, but this four people qualities are very important right now. And I know that Maria will really want, Maria has an additional thing to this. Go ahead, Maria. It's about
digital integration, which is very important. I think this is a very big facet. Right now, the norms have changed so much na the internet, the computer, all of this is already a must in the workplace. Hindi na siya parang okay lang na wala kang computer at home because you can go to the office. Ngayon, with all the virtual, and this is going to continue, I think, until the end of the year, right? Na yun yung expectation. People are going to be working from home. So, itong digital transition is such a big it's such a big change for everybody in this world, and I think for every company, it's not just changing the nature of the business, but how people are connected, how people are doing their job, how people are showing up, and how people are adapting. Because just imagine, manager ka, of course, in the office, everything is easy. You can call the support, you can call the IT team, right? Pero ngayon, you're home. Who can you call? Maybe you have young children. Who can
Your
you call to
teenager.
help?
You call your
Yeah,
teenager.
yeah. And your teenager will be rolling his eyes and saying, "Ma, what is this? How come you don't understand this?" Diba? So parang minsan kasi na those pieces that affect, Miss O talks a lot about mental health. Pero that affects our demeanor, it affects our morale, it affects the way our stress level. And right now the stress levels, it's something that we really need to address.
Yes, it really is. So now we go into the point of how to manage work and the employees at the same time, manage work and the people at the same time, because a lot of us are now working from home, which means it doesn't mean it's easier. It's actually harder. We talked about this for the past two episodes. We've kind of touched on this topic a little bit because we're always turned on. We're always on, right? That's why we said you gotta put your boundaries. You gotta respect the 9 to 5. Hindi dahil na you're on the cell phone all the time, which means you can just call your employees all the time, because you are working with human beings here. Right now, it's about managing not only the work but your employees and their well-being. All right, it's not just about them being as your employees, but them as human beings. So remember, you are dealing with workers. I want you to put the stress on the word human. Okay, they are your human resources, which means
They are
they
your
have a
human
life.
capital.
Yes, which means they have a life outside of you, your company, and your work time. So please be a good person, not only a good leader or a good boss. Be a good person and respect their own time. So if work time is from 9 to 5, then it should be 9 to 5. They should be given still, the lunchtime and the break time that they usually would have when they go to the office. Right, Maria?
Exactly. Exactly. Those are the protocols in place. These are if there are new normal, this is the new protocol, new office protocols that should be observed.
Yeah, so now you have to put in new structures, it's kind of creating a new organizational structure, right? So we have a question here from Ian. How do we balance employee efficiency and being understanding? Because we are shifting mindset now, because you cannot micromanage everybody now, right? You're going to have to shift things. Like most of the companies that I consult with has now shifted to a more output based, you know, way of, what do you call it? It's more output based. As long as they
Results
deliver
oriented.
yes,
Results
as long as
oriented.
they deliver their outputs, you're good, right? It doesn't matter whether they work from ganyan, as long as they deliver their outputs, because it's going to be very hard for you to clock in and out 9 to 5. You know what I mean? And really micromanage all the people in your team. It also
Yeah.
has, you can be, your protocols has to always also be in place. There's a point of, there's a certain point wherein yes, you have to be understanding, because we are under a lot of stress right now. Everybody's adjusting and everything, but people still have to deliver what they need to deliver, and you still have to have your performance reviews and
I
your
think
standards.
Yeah, I think to answer that, in terms, I always operate from, if I'm seeing my employees or my team members not performing the way I want to, is it possible that there is miscommunication? Kasi don't forget, we are on a
Mm.
digital, di ba? So there are a lot of dynamics na hindi na-express. That's, when it's over text, it's over message. So I would think of, did I communicate what is priority, or did I communicate what it is that I really need right now? Kasi I always think that employees always want to serve. So, minsan
Mm-hmm.
kasi, pag hindi clear, ano ba talaga yung una, anong pangalawa, what are the priorities right now, the other person would be trying everything to meet your goal. Hindi niya nakuha dun sa lahat ng sinabi mo kung ano talaga yung gusto mo. So, I think na to balance that, I would say, I would look at, did I spell out clearly if the deliverables that I expect is spelled out, or is concisely conveyed. So that, I think, is a more
That's a very, very
practical
good
answer.
point, Maria, right?
Yeah.
So actually, you just reminded me of one quote that I super love, and it's from Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker is one of my most favorite authors when I was in PhD. And he said, okay, the most important part of communication is hearing, listening, right? So you as employees also need to listen and really pay attention, right? You can't just be defending yourself all the time or already thinking of something else. So it has to be a two-way thing. Now let's go on to the next point. So we stressed, on the word human, right? Now we must ask, okay, what demands the enterprise makes on the work? Oh, we must ask what demands the enterprise makes on the worker, right? Based on the responsibility towards getting the work done. Right? Ano ba yung mga demands natin na yon sa ating mga empleyado? Kaya ba nilang ma-fulfill yun by just working at home? Right? Are they going to be able to produce the outputs that they need to produce when they're only working at home, when they don't have the support that they need? You need to also identify that. All
And with
right?
also
Because
their
you
tech
have to be realistic.
capability. Yeah, and also one thing I want to add here
Yes.
as well, with the tech capability, don't forget we add another layer of barrier, the technological barrier, the digital barrier. So this is and I speak a lot from my experience because I've been an online coach for 3 years, and I've worked with people from all over the world, both as my clients and both as service providers. So these are my personal experience. So these are the things that you have to understand. Technological barrier. I mean, for someone like me who's been in this field for a long time, even just earlier today, I was talking to my BA, and I was saying, "Oh my God, we're like lost in this new software or this new platform that we have." So isipin nyo na lang how hard it is for a person na before they have the support of the IT team, or before, if they don't have the IT team, at least they can ask their colleague. Ngayon kasi ang hirap kasi you don't even see your colleague, right? It's all virtual. So just as simple as, pwede mo bang, can you please show me how this is done? Di ba? Ang hirap siya. It's hard to say it over the phone sometimes. So
Yes.
I think right now we have to be really tolerant of the digital divide.
Patience,
Yeah.
right? Patience is very important. Now, with this one, right? With this one comes in the trainings, right? I know Mac is doing a lot of e-training with his colleagues, right? Because it's important. You need to support your employees, especially those employees who are a little bit, grayer than us, who are a little bit technologically challenged than us. It is very important. Now we really do provide them the necessary education
Tools and tools.
the tools, right, that they need. So so you need to provide them with the trainings, the new trainings, right, to be able to function properly so that they can contribute their best to the company and or to the business. Hi Lino, hi AJ, hi Miguel. How's everybody doing? Does anybody have any questions right now or anything to share? Hi Nini. Okay, Nini, later, okay? Thanks for that gift. So guys,
Okay, for
any
those of
questions?
so for us in Facebook, what Miss O was saying about gifts, is because we are now being live streamed on Kumu and on
That's
Facebook.
right.
And Kumu is a Filipino app, okay? Ito ay isang app sa Philippines. So please do download that if you haven't downloaded that. It's similar to TikTok or Twitch where people can send you virtual gifts. So yun yung pinapasalamat ni Miss O earlier
Miss
on
O.
the virtual gift. So thank you so much. And also, Miss O has committed all the virtual gifts to be donated, right? To
Yeah. To
is it
Oplan
Oplan
Malasakit.
Malasakit? Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
To
So
Oplan Malasakit.
so this is just for our Facebook viewers, just to let you know what Miss O was talking about. Okay.
I know. I must sound a little bit cray to our Facebook viewers because I say hi. I'm like waving all the time to to
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
Actually, I like to I just a little heads up because I like to say hi to the viewers who come in on Kumu also, right? So, okay, Nini, you have a question. So, a viewer from Kumu just asked, have you heard about Blue Ocean strategy? Can you expound on it? Blue Ocean strategy. I'm not so familiar with it right now, but I will get back to you on that. Okay, Nini? So, let me see. Any other questions?
I think
MBA stuff.
yeah, hold on. For the
Oh,
Blue Ocean strategy, I think please be also more specific about the question. Kasi we want to give you the best answer. So, kasi of course there's so many strategies, right? So
there's
I
many
really,
strategies,
yes,
many
yes,
business
yes.
strategies
So
out there,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
and many
I
many
have my
proponents
own
also.
framework, right? Miss O has her
Exactly.
own
Oh,
framework. So
exactly. So actually, next week we're gonna be presenting you with a
ex-
framework, right?
yeah,
So, but there's a lot of
just
different things out there, right?
yeah.
So even like with
So
me, like, go ahead, Maria.
so I just want to caution, especially if you want to be more specific, lalo na sa strategies at theories. Remember, we're talking about the real negosyante talk. We're not talking about business classes. So these are the very, very practical application of the business concepts and theories that have
I think
proven case studies and proven things that we both shared experience in or our own individual experience. So we want to support everybody as much as we can, but please be very specific about questions, especially in something like what is the blue ocean strategy and how you can you expound on that.
yes.
So maybe if your question can be something like how can I apply the blue ocean strategy in the digital transformation of my business right now, and my business is in what industry? That's a very good question kasi yan mabilis din sagutin.
Yes. Okay. So, but you know what, Maria? I actually love that question because then later I have something to research about,
Research.
right? So, remember,
I know
no
you.
one person, yes, I know, I love research. I
I know
love
you.
learning. I love learning. So, like, for me, that's something that I want to research on. So, now, thanks for that, Nini. Like, I love that. Here's the thing, right? No one person knows everything. I have 2 master's degrees and a PhD. I don't know everything. I love to learn. I am still really wanting you guys to teach me new things. And that is why we're having this discussion, right? That is why we are having this discussion. Let me see. Nini says, with this new normal, what is the most practical course for students? What do you mean practical course for a
Yeah,
student? Like
yeah.
something to take in
And
college?
what do
Is
you
that what
mean by
you're
students? Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Like
Exactly.
what
Yon.
what like are you in senior high school? Are you in college? There is no real practical course, right? Because like if you think about it, if I just say, no, you gotta take computer science because we're going digital now. But if that's not your passion, it's not gonna be practical for you because you're gonna be
Yeah.
miserable. You're gonna be
Yeah.
miserable in that course. You will not learn a lot. All right. So
Yeah. So
the
Nini, thank you for your questions. I love your questions, but
yes.
just as a siguro this is a good lesson is to really be specific about it.
Be
Kasi
And not
yeah,
only that, let's stay within the topic. So right now we
yes.
are here to discuss about how to support your employees,
Mhm.
right? As a leader. And we were on that point where in the demands of the enterprise makes on the worker. But now I want to go to the other part wherein what are the demands the worker makes on the enterprise, right? What are the different demands? Of course, they need resources. They need income, they need support, they need proper guidance, they need directives, right? These are the demands the worker makes on an enterprise. Now, as Maria said, you have to be very clear and you have to communicate it well to your people now, especially because you are not in one workplace. We are all scattered and we are actually trying to coordinate with each other using technology, which is already a barrier for a lot of people. So you gotta be patient. Diba, Maria?
Yeah, and to let people know, before COVID, actually Miss O and I are doing our live streams from my place. Okay, I set up a studio here, and when we transferred because of COVID, we also had to adjust digitally, right, on how we do it, which third party apps we're going to use. So this is real for every single person, and there is always that learning curve, and there is really no shame in feeling like, ay, bakit ganun, hindi ko siya nagigets. And especially on the internet, every person has every opinion about a certain topic. So we have to be discerning of which tools should we use. Kaya napaka-importante for the leader of a company to really give the direction. If the leader does not have the direction, to assign someone to give the direction. Just as simple as, let's say, what video conferencing app are we going to use? Diba? Kasi like me, I'm a very big on Zoom. Pero Zoom was hacked recently. So ang daming news na, right? So just to make that decision, overwhelming yun, ha? Kasi if you're talking about confidential data, privacy, and all those things, how do you balance all that? So really, as a leader, as a boss of your company, regardless of the size of your company, with this digital transformation, with the being COVID creative, working alongside COVID right now, you really have to either direct, napaka-importante ang decisions. Who is going to decide on which platform we're going to use, 'di ba? Kasi minsan it's going to be like for Miss O and I, napaka-clear ang division namin. Kumu is Miss O. I don't have any comment about how we do Kumu because I have no idea. Like, I tried it for a short time and I'm not using the app at all except for this. And on Facebook, let's say Facebook streaming to Facebook, that's me. Dahil yun ang platform ko. And so it's
so
really
we have very clear roles and responsibilities.
Yes. Exactly.
So guys, so let's review a little bit, okay? Let's have a little recap. So we've talked about, how to shift your mindset as to what questions to ask if you are wearing your HR hat now, right? Because you want to support your employees, right? And we identified 4 people qualities that you must look for, and that is to coordinate, integrate, judge, and imagine. And then now we want to stress on, making sure that you are now managing not only the work, but also your human resource. So we emphasize on the word human, right? So make sure that you respect them not only as your employees, but also respect them as their own person outside of your company. Okay, make sure that you respect their boundaries. Make sure that their basic needs are met and things like that. Okay, now we also discussed about the demands the enterprise makes on the worker and the demands the worker makes on the enterprise, right? So those are different things that we've already discussed. Now, I want to get into something that usually we get a little iffy on, right? It's a little iffy. It's about money, all right? So now we must acknowledge the different perspectives, okay, between wage as cost and wage as income. Because us as business owners, we see sweldo as cost, diba? Oh no, magpapasweldo na naman tayo, diba? It's cost. And then, but for our employees, for our human resource or our biggest human capital, it is wage as income. It is their means of living. It is security for them. It is the way that, they maintain their lifestyle. They are able to pay for their food and everything. So now, um, now we have to come to a good compromise because we are in a crisis, right? This is where communication and transparency comes in because a lot of the workers struggle to see the point of view of the business owner. Sasabihin nila, cheap lang yan, kuripot, ayaw maglabas ng pera, or natakot malube. Malube?
Malugi, malugi,
Yes, right?
malugi.
So that's what they're thinking. Hey James, thanks for that. So that's what usually they're thinking of. But then, as a business owner, you're thinking, oh no, I won't be able to pay pasweldo a lot of my employees right now, right? Oh no, hindi na kaya ng funds yung salary for next month. What can I do? So now the business owner tries to do a different wage structure, right? He might implement a work furlough. They might do a salary scale, right? So it's very, very important that you communicate this with your employees because not a lot of the employees know. So they just quickly jump into that thing wherein, oh no, ayaw lang maglabas yan ng money. Now,
Yeah.
because we are in a
Miss
crisis,
hold on.
you have to really be...
Can we explain what the wage furlough is? And I think it's good for us to just explain it.
Yes.
Muna. Yeah.
So let me just see. I think I saw. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think I saw some. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for all the virtual gifts. I really appreciate it. It will all go to Oplan Malasakit. Sorry, guys. I know my finger was in your way. Okay. Let me see. But they have bond before they start big business. You know what, Nini? Not all the time. Remember, we're talking about small and medium enterprises here. We are not talking about the Ayalas or the San Miguels and all of that, okay? Not everybody has a big and deep pockets, okay? And then let's see. Let's see. We can also... So we have to put that into perspective, right? We have to put that into perspective. So, okay. So... let's say furlough days means that you sometimes have to lessen the work days, right? So for example, if you're a regular employee, and by the way, okay, there are legal matters here that you have to consult with your lawyers, okay? But in a crisis mode, it is the business owner's decision on what to do, okay? They can actually make decisions as long as they can justify it with the Department of Labor. So if you're going for furlough days, meaning you're going to lessen the work days of the employee, you need to be able to justify that to the Department of Labor when you put out the documents, okay?
Okay, let's give an example.
Decrease, for example, 5 working days. A regular employee goes 5 working days, right? Now, because you cannot pay the full 5 days, right? Now you try to lessen, okay, maybe only a 3-day work week, right? A 3-day work week, so that you don't let go of some of the employees. You're kind of spreading the salary amongst the funds to your different employees. So it can also be...
Yeah,
go ahead.
So to explain that more, it means na for the CEO, for the boss, diba, what they want to do is to stretch their funds. So kung ang funds nila, hindi, imbis na they lay off people, sabi mo, their funds right now, dahil limited yung income that comes in, it's not the same cycle, right? So instead of, let's say, for 10 employees, instead na they lay off 5 kasi nga hindi kaya ng income, the furlough model is to lessen the work days so that they can keep all 10 kasi when they lay off the 5, yung 5 ngayon, nobody is hiring, right? Like it's very hard to hire, especially in manufacturing, especially in a lot of places. So that is what furlough means to our audience. Just wanted to clarify that.
Workday furloughs.
Yes. Pero just to again say it again, the business owner has the discretion kung ano yung gagawin niya as long as it follows the letter of the law of the Department of Labor. So
and
just
make
to
sure
give you,
it's well documented and you can justify it properly, okay? Another thing that they can do is actually salary reduction, right? Because we are in a crisis, and it's the same logic, right? You want to keep as much of your employees in, because you don't, you feel bad. It's really a decision to let go of people, especially in times of crisis like this. Ano mayayari sa kanila, right? So we all take a little bit of, we all take a little bit of a pay cut so that everybody of us can stay in our jobs. And then when we get back to, when COVID, the pandemic is done, then we just go back to the
Adjust.
way it is.
Yeah. Readjust.
We adjust again. Okay, so these are some of the things actually that we can do as business owners. But again, you have to follow the law, consult a lawyer, make sure that you know what the Department of Labor is asking of you. Now, you need to talk to your employees, because not all employees understand this,
Yeah.
okay? You need to really explain. Remember, be patient, be tolerant, be compassionate. Really explain to them that this is why you're doing things. Now is the time for you to be really communicative, okay? And also listen to their worries, okay? Because a lot of the times they're just really worried because it's affecting their security, it's affecting their job security. They're afraid that they might lose their job. Maria, do you have anything else to add? Let me just scroll through if we have any
No.
questions or concerns. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. So let me see now. Okay, we have some comments, no real questions. Okay, hey, welcome everybody to who just joined in on Kumu and on Facebook. We are talking about, on Facebook, we are talking about how to support your employees, right, in this time of crisis. So let me see. What you are saying is true, but we are in the Philippines. Oh, but we are in the context of the Philippines, Nini. We are in the context of the Philippines, right? Hindi tayo nagsasabi. I mean, it's applicable in every other country, but for right now, ang pag-uusapan namin ni Maria is dito sa
actually sa Pilipinas. Pero I actually want to
Pilipinas.
say, since that was brought up, I actually
Thank
think
you,
the labor
Yoko.
laws in the Philippines are very, very
Yes, please type your question,
protective
Yoko.
of employees versus, let's say, in another country.
Hi, Anne.
I coach people from all over the world, so I am very aware of the different laws of different countries. And I will say, with the COVID reaction or the COVID measurements, counter measurement approaches that the government, the private sector, the public sector has done, I feel I actually am very, very proud of our country. It's amazing.
Yes, me too.
Sobrang it's really, really an honor to be a Pinoy right now. It's really, I've been telling my clients, all my colleagues from all over the world, how the Philippines is really doing an impressive job considering our resources, considering our limitations. It's impressive. And I lived in Taipei and in New Zealand during pandemic. So I know how they responded. It's nothing compared to the response of the public and private sector of the Philippines. It's really, really impressive.
And the collaborations that are going on right now, it's crazy amazing, guys. From the different leaders, like the different CEOs of startups, of well-established business, of well-known business strategists. They are even offering their support. They are offering their free, their knowledge to the public for free. There are so many webinars right now that is being offered. Almost every day I am inundated by free webinars, and I don't know which one I would go first, right? If you're really into this, guys, sobrang dami talaga na matututunan na business leaders na nagko-collaborate ngayon and who are there to help. Sobrang dami talaga. So as in talagang, it's very, very impressive, guys. It's very, very impressive. Guys, thank you so much for all the virtual gifts. I really, really appreciate it. Again, Facebook friends, I'm thanking the Kumu people virtual gifts, because everything that they actually drop on this show will go directly to Oplan Malasakit, which will help all buy PPEs, face shields, aerosol boxes, and all of those good stuff for our frontliners. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let me scroll up for a little bit and see if we have any other questions or comments over here. I love that Nini is so engaged. I really love that. This is what I like. So Nini says, businessmen don't fear the government. So bad business people do their thing. Oh, but Nini, that's like, remember when we talked about the mindset? So um, Maria and I always talk about mindsets, right? Right now, we don't want you to have that doomsday mindset or like that negative mindset. Let's shift our perspective. Let's see the good that is happening, because there's so much good happening right now in the business industry here in the Philippines. A lot of people are helping out each other. A lot of people are supporting each other, pivoting their business to support the others. It's really, really amazing. So let's just kind of like shift a little bit our perspective. Now, going back to our topic, Maria, right? Now, let us talk about, we've talked about how we can help, the different perspectives on how we as leaders should think to be able to support our employees, right? Now, what other questions do you think we can ask? I'm sorry, I'm
I
out of range. Right? I'm sorry. So I was like going like sorry. Hi guys. Hello. So for me, right, as an HR person, like I did HR before. Like for me, I would, as a leader, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I would immediately ask myself, what is the best, what is the person like best and least capable of? Because you remember, you're restructuring things, right? If you know this person is not so technologically um advanced
gifted. Yeah.
or gifted, right? You know, maybe identify that so that you can place him properly in your new organizational structure or your new work structure,
Set
right?
up.
Yeah, your new setup. Or like, ask yourself, what is the best way of organizing work, right? To optimize the capabilities, the capacities, and the limitations of your people. So you really have to think about that, right? Those are like some of the questions that you really need to ask. Yeah, so Yoko is saying, ma'am, can I share to you here in my place at Tagum City? I don't know where Tagum is, but okay, what's going on here? Yes, definitely, Yoko. Why don't you type down your experience, right? Type it down. Cherie says, for me, honesty and integrity. Yes, those are very good, values to have. No, those are very, very important values, right? If you are a leader. So, all right, guys. So those are some of the questions that, for me personally, if I was, like in my company or like in practice, that's what I ask myself, right? So, oh, what is their best and least? What is this person capable of? What is their, the best thing that they can do? What is the least thing that they can do? How can I organize the workflow now, right? So like with my social media, sure, I've already kind of like organized a better workflow since the quarantine has started. The same thing with my research assistant or like my research manager. So those different things, right? So what about you, Maria? What about you with your team? Thank you,
For
guys.
me, I always ask, what kind of support should I give my team for them
Mm-hmm.
to perform the best?
Oh,
What
that's a
kind of
very good one.
yeah.
That's a
Kasi,
very good one, right? What do they
kasi
need?
for me, I only have one very big requirement when I hire people. I don't need the best. I need the person that can understand and translate what I want the best. Sobrang
Mm,
importante sa akin yung the communication and the culture. Remember, I work with people from all over the world. So there are time zone differences, there are cultural differences. So I need someone who can manage to communicate at a very big, alam mo yun, big scale of hindi, walang napapersonalan, walang, so for me, napaka-importante yun. And then the second would be, what kind of support should I give them? Should we, for me, I'm the type of boss that if my team member says to me, I think we should, Maria, I think we should buy this software or whatever, I just, if they can give me a very good explanation and why, and then how much budget, I'm pretty much okay. Kasi for me, I don't want my team members to feel demotivated dahil finifigure out nila at hindi nila ma-figure out. Right? So for me, I want to make it easy for everybody kasi I hired them alam mo yun, I hired them to keep the whole company efficient and effective.
So guys, right? So what Maria is actually saying is make sure that your employees are very well taken care of, because you have to
Yeah.
make sure that their basic needs are met so that they can actually focus on their job. Because if their basic needs aren't
Yes.
met, hindi sila talaga makakaisip ng trabaho nila, di ba? As in, plus they will be demotivated to so.
Exactly.
So,
And especially right now, again, I want to really stress this part na yung digital transformation, it doesn't matter if you work in a high-tech company or whatever. The moment na nag-shift lahat to home-based, if your company doesn't do that or did that in a small scale, napakahirap for a lot of people kasi suddenly yung support nila needs to be over the phone. That's a very big gap. So I think it's a very practical approach for a lot of the companies, regardless of how big or small you are, to really give a virtual digital support to your people, especially the people that are on the high level, on the senior level. Kasi sila,
yes.
they do a lot of planning, and then bigla silang mawawala ng tech support. Just imagine kung gaano parang suddenly they don't, maybe they haven't even opened turned on their home laptop for, I don't know, for 10 years.
Years.
Bigla, right? And then
they might not even know how to use a Bluetooth headset.
Exactly.
Tapos
Exactly.
bigla na lang digital, right? Or Zoom agad. Paano yung Zoom, right?
Yeah. And then,
so you know how some seniors, when you video call them, they video call away, and all you can see is inside their nose, diba? So these are things that you need to consider.
Exactly. Kahit na parang very simple na, alam mo yun, tutorial, at least tell them where to go. That's really, really a big help. Kasi just imagine everybody wants to perform at their best. And because everybody wants to perform at their best, minsan yung stress level na tinitake on ng tao, nakakapiga. So, for me, I always think it's always squeezing you. The stress level, it can be very constrictive. And because it's very constrictive, your employees would feel very, very stuck in a certain box.
Yes.
And that then turns into demoralization. And we don't want demoralized workforce.
We definitely don't want that, especially now. You have to remember, we've said this a million times. Be gentle, right? Not only with yourself, but with your employees, because we are going through so much right now. It's a lot of stress. So it's very important for you to set up those new structures, those new protocols, right? Communication protocols and deliverables and all of that. Make sure that you establish new expectations and boundaries, ways of communication. Very important because it lessens the stress on the people when they know what is expected of them. So guys, is there any other questions or concerns that we can address for you guys with regards to today's or tonight's topic? It's been an amazing discussion tonight, right? I really love this. I hope that you join us every week on Thursday nights here at the Startup Seekers, the Real Negosyante Talk. It's all the time, 8 p.m. on Thursdays. Next week, we're going to be putting things together. So we did leadership support. We did employee support today, taking care of your best, CEO smarts. Remember, Maria, CEO smarts. Now, we're going to be putting everything together and synergizing together so that you can now support your company, right? Make your company work. So next week, like what we mentioned, we will be presenting a framework to you guys about this. So are you guys excited? I hope that you guys join us at the same time at 8 p.m. on next Thursday. Manel says, we learned a lot, Miss Oath. Oh, thank you so much, Manel. That really warms my heart to know that you guys learned a lot. Right, Maria?
Yes. Thank you so much for your patronage and for everybody who signed up for tomorrow's Negosyante tips for
Yes, we
negosyo
are
tips for
so
a pause.
negosyo tips for a cause. So, guys, guys, sobrang salamat. We are so excited for tomorrow's event, the negosyo tips for a cause. For those of you who want to join, please do send me a message here on Kumu or on Facebook at missoliviayao.com. Miss Olivia Yao, no, just Miss MS period Olivia Yao on IG or at Miss OMS period O on Facebook, or you can send us a message at the Real Negosyante Talk on Facebook or IG. We also have those for you. Send us a message if you want to join the Negosyante Tips for a Cause or on the next wave, okay? Not for tomorrow, on the next wave, so that we can schedule you guys one with us, okay? Thank you so much for all the gifts. Maria, any parting words?
All right, everybody, thank you so much for being with us here. And please know you are not alone in this journey. This is very important. The COVID has really, really united everybody together. So we heal as one, as the Filipino government has been
Yes, we
saying. We
heal as
heal as
one.
one, but we also
We're in
grow
this
as one.
together.
Yes, and we also
Yes.
grow together. So I want to really emphasize this na hindi tayo nag-iisa. Please seek support when you need the support. Please be open to support if you need the support. Please be okay to learn from other people right now because nobody is judging you but you.
Nobody. It's all self imposed, right? Let's have an open mind and learn together, all right? So it was so wonderful sharing this 1 hour session discussion with you guys. I hope to see you guys again next Thursday at the same time at 8 p.m. And like I said, we will be putting things together now. Next week, we'll be putting everything together that we learned the past 2 weeks. All right, guys? So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. I will see you guys around. Thank you so much, Papa Bor. Thank you so much. Bye, Manel.